Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. Thanks for joining us. We'll give another minute or so for people to jump onto the call, and then we'll get going with the final Power Hour for the year, the holiday edition, and just have the opportunity to share some of the highlights for the year, and then give you the opportunity to ask us anything and everything about TBC that you would like answers to, and hopefully we can give you some in most instances. We'll be back in a minute or so. Okay, I think it's a minute or so past 8. See one or two people still joining us, but let's get going. Again, for those that just joined us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. Thanks for putting aside the time to join us for this last TBC Power Hour of the year. Ask the TBC Team Holiday Edition. We appreciate your time in joining us. The team is here, and we'll quickly introduce everyone. Myself, Albert Williford, Technical Product Manager. Hopefully you've seen me around these ones for quite a bit of time now. I've been on them every time, so it's nice seeing everyone back here. Next up, Ben.
Good morning and afternoon. Ben Messer, TBC Product Manager. I've been on a few this past year. Maybe next year I'll get a few more, but happy to be here.
Thanks, Ben. Christina.
Hi everyone, I'm a product manager for classification feature extraction, and yeah, thank you for joining us before Christmas.
Thanks, Christina. Tom.
Yeah, welcome from product management from photogrammetry. So take out your drones and take some nice pictures, show them to us. Looking forward for it in this case.
Thanks, Tom. And Scott, if you just quickly introduce, I didn't put your mugshot up here because we ran out of space.
No worries. No, good morning and afternoon, everybody. It's Scott Bridges. I been working in the civil side and helping now with all the Trimble strategic accounts as well for civil software focus. So good day, everybody.
Thanks so much. So guys, any civil related questions, we'll go to Scott, and the rest of the team is here. So please use the Q&A section. We'd like to get your questions, your comments, your feedback. If there's anything that's working in TBC that you really like, please let us know. And as Ben's favorite comment is, if there's something that's broken or that's missing, we like to hear that as well, because we would like to try and fix it for you. And yes, we don't always fix it within a few months. It might take some more time, but we also would like to know what is pain points for you so that we can make a plan to work on them going forward. With that said, let's go and start off with this. So we'll just quickly run through some of the release highlights for the year. Geospatial and civil core. We'll jump to photogrammetry a little bit. Feature extraction with Christina. Going to scanning and survey CAD. That's a new team, and we'll just highlight some of their work. And then we'll go into the Q&A where we'll answer all your questions or requests or comments that you have. And then we'll just do a little bit of a resources after that. And that'll be it for this last one. First off, Ben, TBC turned 20 this year.
All right. Thanks, Albert. Well, as some may know, some of you may have been around for the whole life cycle of processing data in Trimble software, but also some may know TBC from the start, like some of us on the call here. But just wanted to cover the anniversary of TBC. TBC started back in 2005 with the very first version. And TBC started out as, a software where we could process both conventional and GPS data. And it grew very quickly from there to the monster that we have today. but I just wanted to cover the evolution. Back TGO or TBC, TG Trimble GP survey, that goes way back. First processing GPS data. The next application was TGO. That's where we were able to process GPS data and conventional data. And as I mentioned, TBC, the monster that it is now, that jumped into the evolution of confidence back in 2005. And as we have down in the bottom left, confidence with every click. I think with the evolution of our software, we've proven that the work that we put into this into TBC is definitely, we spent a lot of time. We have a lot of professionals, and hopefully you all agree that confidence with every click is how TBC runs. So for geospatial and civil core, just going to cover a few things. For this release, in the connected workspace, we're growing that tool that now lives in TBC. The connected workspace for the last couple of releases, some of you hopefully have been using it. It's very powerful. It's very useful. It's the application where you can transfer data from office to field, field to office with access. That data connection through Connect is pretty much seamless. It's quick. It's basically the replacement for USB, email, OneDrive. This is the seamless data transfer from field to office. In addition, we've added, can you park back? Yeah, no problem. What we've also added is the ability to share TBC projects. So now you can share one single TBC project with a coworker, store it in the cloud as a backup. Basically, this enables multiple people to work in one TBC project rather than save it on your network drive and share it back and forth. It's not streaming, but you can share one specific TBC project. And next, now we also have the DGN exporter. So now you can export Bentley projects drawings projects from TBC to Bentley. We've had the ability to import DGNs up to this point, but to round out that process, we finally implemented the DGN exporting. We don't have open roads capabilities yet. It's something that's on the roadmap, hopefully soon. But as of right now, we've started the foundation of being able to import and export Bentley products. Next.
John, all yours.
Yeah, so photogrammetry, we thank you for the feedback. And it's nice, Albert, as you mentioned. Feedback helps. We got feedback about the 2025.10 version where we introduced the automatic GCP detection, where people said if the success rate and the detection rate would increase, this would help them more because they would like to have a higher success rate. So feedback went back to development. They, in this case, tweaked the parameters. We reduced the threshold some parts for some of the key feature extraction parts and verified it with different data sets that this still gets a very high success rate and good measurements, and got now good feedback that most of the checkerboard data sets work. Of course, they will not work if you use as two colors white and light gray. Yeah, so white and black is good. Or so radiometric difference should be still existing to make it work. And therefore, please also consider to think not to take white at all. Yeah, and also not shiny surfaces where the sun can reflect, because these sun illuminations, they can overblend, and then this makes the measurement more difficult. either as a human being or from the automation in this case here. But this is really cool. I got also, I had a customer who had 15 control points. Each had to be measured more than 15 times. So we had here over 230 measurements, and they were done within 1 to 2 minutes, which is really, really cool. So hope that you enjoyed. AI will probably come more and more into workflows, and this is one of the nice ones that we have added in TBC photogrammetry.
Thanks, Tom. Oops, Christina, off to you.
Thank you, Albert. Okay, we can go to the next slide. You were not wrong. So we improved our one of our core AI capabilities for deliverable creation, point cloud classification. As you can see, the sign extraction or sign classification in the point clouds has improved. Pole classification has improved. Noise and wires have improved as well. As for the training of your own custom AI models, it is now 5 times faster, and the models are 50% more accurate, which I find it quite impressive what our engineers were able to achieve, because usually faster means less accurate, but not in this case. So here you can see several examples from our QA team who tested the new classification model, and you can see how it improved certain classes. Especially, I would say that the signs are one of the most noticeable features that are classified better right now. We significantly improved our template-based brake line extraction, or a feature known as curb and gutter extraction, which we know is used for many other features such as guardrails, jersey barriers, sometimes even certain flow lines. We enabled the step through QA/QC in the cut in plain view for curb extraction or any brake line extraction that you use this tool for. So now you can extract your brake line. Let's say you extract your curb, and then you can step through each extracted section, and in the cutting plane you can move the nodes if they were not extracted correctly, and only then save your line work. As for the next improvement, we enable definition of multiple patterns. So now you can start extraction, and let's say suddenly you encountered a driveway or an inlet. You can define another template for extraction of inlet or for extraction of driveway. You can extract this brake lines with your new pattern, and then you can switch back to your old pattern or previous pattern for extraction of the curb and gutter. So this enables you within the same project to extract different types of brake lines, different patterns, and switch between them seamlessly without having to redefine again the pattern that you need. As for the next improvement, this is a very small one, but can be quite powerful. We decrease the minimum limit for the interval parameter for curb extraction. This was done to allow you to extract the islands on the road and any types of curves, because of course when you have a sharper curve, you cannot extract it with an interval that is too large. So we now allow a minimum limit for interval that equals to 10 centimeters. No idea how many inches it is, probably not too many. So this was all about curb and gutter. This was definitely not something that we just magically came up with. This was thanks to several of our key customers who contributed to designing this new enhancement. So thank you very much. I'm sure that not only they contributed or benefited from this enhancements, but all the other customers will benefit from this as well. So thank you for your feedback on this one, and check out our YouTube video that explains the brake line extraction. This can be quite helpful as well. OrthoLane tool has been enhanced as well. So all of our mobile mapping customers can now process multiple runs at the same time in the OrthoLane tool, which was not possible before. You had to select one run, process it, then select another run, process it. Now you can select all the runs in your project and generate ortholane for all of those runs at the same time. And together with the photogrammetry team, we were able to fix remaining misalignments in the ortholane. Not gonna lie to you, there are still some misalignments which we will be working on to fix it even further, to make it even better. But you will definitely see the improvement in this regard if you try to generate ortholane. Lots of misalignments have been already fixed. Pavement inspection. We enabled a new analysis mode, which is called road network. Pavement analysis is usually done based on segments that already exist. So public agency, DOT, city, county, town, they already have their network of streets and roads already segmented, and they want to report the condition for existing segments in their road network. So we enabled a new user input. It's road network. So if you have a line string with existing segmentation of your road network, of your street network in your city, you can input this into pavement inspection workflow in TBC, and we will return condition of each segment based on the segmentation that you provided. So we will report each crack, each pothole, and all of these distresses will be tied to the segmentation that you provided, that you have already existing. As for the next improvement for pavement inspection, we created integration with Agile Assets Pavement Analyst. So now you can log in from Trimble Business Center into Agile Assets Pavement Analyst, and you can pull your road network segmentation from Agile Assets. You can analyze the condition of each segment that were pulled from Pavement Analyst, and you can send the results back to Pavement Analyst just with one click. So for those who are new to Agile Assets and Pavement Analyst, this is an asset lifecycle management platform that is used to store the results about the pavement condition. This platform cannot work with point clouds or images. This platform is a consumer of the information about the pavement, and this platform enables users to do the budget and planning and deterioration prediction of your pavement. So Trimble Business Center provides the information about the condition of pavement, and Agile Assets is able to aggregate this information, make use of this information for planning, budgeting, and prediction. We also created an integration with Esri Feature Service and in general with Esri. So there is now a JSON file with a schema, and you can use this file to send the results from Trimble Business Center directly to Esri. So again, both integrations require no file export, import. You don't have to deal with the files. You can just do this directly from TBC without having to access the software. And I believe this is the last improvement that we introduced this year. We introduced the post-analysis QA/QC for our pavement inspection workflow. You can now inspect every segment that was analyzed and every segment that does not meet the specified PCI index score. And you can assign to each segment a treatment type. And you can export all of the segments into a shapefile or DWG file. You can share the segments with the field crew. So the field crew knows exactly where the problematic segments are, and they know exactly what kind of repairs are needed for these segments. Is it crack sealing? Do you need to fix a pothole? Or maybe you have deep ruts and severe alligator crack, and then you need to mill and overlay this section of the road. And this is all from my side.
Thanks, Christina. I'll quickly go into the scanning side. So one thing that we have added that has been a long time request is target-based registration is now available in TBC. So you can auto-extract spherical and checkerboard targets from your TZF scans, same as you can do in RealWorks. That capability has now been brought across. So you can size the spheres and checkerboards according to what you have used. And you can also then do manual extraction for non-TZF scans. You select the required station, you then extract all the targets, and you then set the reference station, and you can then register everything according to your targets that you have. A report will also be produced that shows you the final result of your registration, and you'll be able to Q&A that as well. So that has now been added into TBC. There is still a bit of manual work in the assigning of control points to the specific targets. But as we go along with the next 2 or 3 releases, we'll enhance this workflow and get it closer to what you actually have in RealWorks as we go forward. So try it out and see what you think. Now you can have all your registration work done in TBC for target registration from scans as well. Survey and CAD, this is a new team that was onboarded not recently, probably beginning of the year, to look at the survey CAD side of thing, drafting and plotting, and some enhancements that they've made, and they'll ramp up in the year coming up as well. One thing they've done is the sheet view enhancement, so you'll see the grayed out area around your sheet now. That is something you can set up in your options, so you'll only see the paper space size that you need. As you can see in this, that's the paper space at the outside, and then you've got your border and your drawing that's on the inside. So you can easily now see where your actual paper size is and where you can fit your drawing into that. Another enhancement, sorry, before I go there, if you want to switch that on and off, if you go into your options in TBC, you will see down there display white background for sheets in sheet view. So it is not something that is permanently switched on. You actually have the control to switch this on and off, depending on your preference and if you would like to have it or not. So if you want to try it out, switch it on over there and you can switch it off again. We have also changed it now that you only have one sheet view open. And if you change the sheet view down there, if you double click on any of these sheet views or you select any of them, you will only have one sheet view tab open in TBC. You won't have multiple ones opening up for each sheet view. You literally just have to jump between them using the sheet view at the bottom or simply double clicking any of these and it will open it up for you in the same tab, not multiple tabs. So it will make it easier to navigate between your sheets, not having to have 16 different tabs open to see all the sheets that you require for your work. So hopefully that will make life a little bit easier to jump between all the different sheet views you have. Next thing that was also a request for quite a while, we actually now have new snap sets. So you can actually now define your own snap sets and you can actually create them according to your needs for each project that you're working on. And you can easily jump between the ones. So you'll see for now, we have a default one and there's a drop down that will show you a little bit more of the different ones. And you have a create new that you can actually create your own snap set as well. If you want to automate it a little bit more, you can go to the define command shortcuts and you can actually create a shortcut key as well so that you can jump between all the different types of snaps that you have. That makes it just easier and less click to get to different snaps. The predefined ones, as you can see, we have a default one, we have free and only points. And then at the top, you will see there's a new snap set. That is where you can define your own snap set that you would like to use when working and then easily jump between them with the shortcut key to make life a little bit easier to jump between different snaps that you need for the work you are doing. So hopefully that will speed up your CAD and drafting using those snap sets. And that has jumped through everything. Let's jump into Q&A. Ben, I see you've been typing away vigorously. You want to quickly touch on the ones you've already answered so that everyone gets the feedback there, and then we can take it from there to the ones that are open still. You just got to unmute Ben, otherwise nobody's going to hear anything.
Thank you. There's a question from Larry Group about air propagation in TBC when it comes to processing GPS data and adjustments. I honestly can't answer that right now. I've reached out to one of our experts in that specialty in TBC. I will try to get back to you if he replies yet during this power hour. If he doesn't, I'll try to connect with you after this. Jesse Phelps. Oh, go ahead.
No, go with Jesse. It's all good.
Okay, Jesse had a question about with the dataset workspace and how TBC handles the check-in, check-out process with point clouds and orthos. Any data that you import into TBC, whether it's through the point cloud import, or say you're importing LAS file, all that is saved in the project folder. So just like it's on your PC, it's saving it just like that, but it's saving it in the cloud. So any data that you import, any raw data that you import, is saved just as you would expect if it was on your local drive.
Yeah, one question we had about that is, what is the maximum size of a TBC project that you can upload? I don't think we have found a maximum size yet. Ben, have we? I think mobile mapping data sets obviously is a bit of a challenge because of the size that can get. But in general, you should be able to upload. The only thing that will take a bit of time is just the upload speed you have will determine how long you'll have to wait for that to get completed.
Yeah, and then I want to add another point to that. We do temporarily store the TBC project on your hard drive, and we limit, and that's just a temporary thing while you're working on that project before the syncing. So we have I don't say a cap, but we have a warning that once you reach 10% of your hard drive limit, we will throw up a message saying that you've approached that. And once you do, that's a warning that that temporary data storage on your hard drive may cause issues with syncing. So if you reach that point, I would save and sync that project, and maybe open it back up and start processing more data after that.
Okay, good. Next one from Mikhail.
Creating your own ATX file. So if you have a new antenna and there's no calibration in that ATX file, question would be, and we've received a lot of questions about this, whether you can modify that calibration file. We have no plans right now to provide that flexibility. I know other competitors of ours does, like it does, Topcon does. But that in a sense opens up Pandora's box where we could be creating much more potential error with that. And our team in Sunnyvale, they spend probably days on calibrating each or ensuring the calibration of the antenna is precise. So it's not a quick process for us. We actually do invest a lot of time in that.
Thanks. Ben, you want to touch on the whole connected workspace only in subscription and not on perpetual licenses question from Eric?
Sure. When developing the connected workspace for the data set or for the sharing of the workspaces, for that process, having it on subscription only, it ensures that the user is logged into their TID account and they are working through their existing Connect account. So it's one of those things that we just want to make sure that all the dots are
yeah.
So we're T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks for that one. So that one's out there. One from Jesse again, Ben, about the VCE checking it back in admins. I think that's something we have been discussing as well. We need to make sure that if somebody has checked it out into the workspace or checked it out and they have not checked it back in, find a way that allows somebody else to, or the admin of the project, to be able to check it back in. But that's something we can't do at the moment. But it is something that we definitely are working on to see how we can do that. I don't know if you have any updates on that, Ben.
Yes, right now, and this is basically we're looking for feedback on this, but right now it's a 7-day cap. So if somebody does have it checked out for up to 7 days, it'll automatically be checked back in. So if we could get feedback on that, if you feel that's too long or too short, please let us know.
Great. Let's see, Justin, just request TBC currently has the rectangle and polygon select mode. There would be a larger benefit having circular select mode. So something we can put on the roadmap, Ben, to maybe do not only just rectangle and polygon, maybe circle select. I see Christina says yes. Good. We'll put that on the roadmap and see if we can help you out with that.
Makes sense.
Thanks for that one, Justin. Love the new screen coloring. Thanks, Felix. Let's see, Felix again. Pushing subscriptions hard. Please don't forget about the loyal maintenance paying perpetual customers. Yes, we have not forgot about the perpetual customers. It's just, as you mentioned there, Felix, it is a push for subscriptions. A lot of people do prefer it. Perpetuals are not going to be forgotten, but you will see that we will be driving it more towards subscriptions in the future, just as a business in the whole. Abby, for about a month, when we pull our .tifs into TBC, it's creating additional files in the file explorer with the same name. Translated TIFF at the end. Do you know why this is happening? Tom, is that something you can answer? On the TIFs being imported and then creating the translated TIFF?
Not the transform TIFF. I mean, what we will generate, I don't know, but this is not. Ben, do you know about the translated TIFF? I know that we are generating now with the coming version, we will generate TFW files, which will be world files, which include, in this case, the source projection position, and then as we always tend to generate orthophotos being north directed, they will then have the pixel sizes and then the amount of pixels to north and east, but not about the translated TIFF, Ben. Do you know more about that?
I do not. That's news to me. Abby,
do you mean the TFW file, the person who wrote it, or do you mean really a file that is really called file name .transformed.tiff ? Question mark.
It seems to be a file is created that says .translated.tiff.
Okay.
Another question I'm interested along with Tom's question. Is this coming from Access, or is this coming from, say, another software? The reason I ask is there would be, if we export from Access, there is a text file that exports out with it, with the coordinates. And if you're working in a coordinate system, that might have to translate those coordinates.
Yeah, I see Abby says the file gives the name .translated.tiff, and that is when it's exported from Pix4D, I presume.
Sorry, I can't answer. If it's coming from Pix, I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Yeah, but if it's generated from Pix, then exactly this is then the case. That means you always each orthophoto is always referred to a specific coordinate system in this case here, and the GeoTIFF, for example, is not always. Some of them are containing the CRS information, the coordinate system, and some are not. In this case here. And therefore, there is a probability that some stuff of these files exist. But we are not supporting it in this case here, I assume, in TBC, but we would have to check, Ben and I. Are you having issues that you don't get the TIFF into TBC? Question mark. Okay, or is it misplaced? Is it misplaced or on the wrong position?
So Abby came back and said it's Pix4D to global mapper to TBC. So that's the workflow she's talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, Abby, I think we'll have to look into that a little bit more. We got your details. So Tom, I think we can reach out to Abby and see if we can figure out what's happening there and get a bit more feedback for your rating on why it's happening and what's going on with that. So not a problem. We'll get back to Abby on that one. So that one is answered and done. Let's see. Chris, if you're looking for a workflow to explain the connected workspace, go to the YouTube channel. I did recently upload a connected workflow video that actually shows how it works and what you can do with it, and the sharing process. So there is a little bit more information there. If you need more detail, you can always reach out to me and we can talk a little bit more about it. So have a look at the YouTube channel and you should find something there. And if you need more detail, let me know. Is there a way we can allow the read-only open similar to Civil 3D file? Civil 3D is very helpful in reviewing data, and without the risk of accidentally saving unintentional edits. So read-only option, is that something that we can look into, guys, or not? I'm not too sure.
We could look into, the only workaround I can think of is removing your license and importing and working on the free version of TBC. That's a workaround. I can't guarantee you can't change anything. You can save stuff, but okay. I don't know, Scott, you might have a.
Yeah, Ben, could you consider opening up a new project and just pulling in your other one as a reference file?
That would probably be a good workaround. Would you see your observation files, or would it just be polls?
I'm thinking main data set. I wasn't thinking the other ones, but
yeah. But reference files might work.
Yeah, we'll look into that for you, Nick, and see if we can get something to work there. TBC project to Trimble connect to Trimble sync and then back in reverse. There is currently no video for how Trimble wants the civil construction user to properly utilize all three of these Trimble file saving and sharing programs. Yes, we are working on that, Chris. It's a workflow that's in progress and being updated. Currently, Trimble Sync will probably fall away in the future as well. So you'll see that there will be some enhancements to the workflow coming in the next few months to end of next year. So we will definitely be working on streamlining that a little bit more in the future. So just have a look at that. It's coming up in the next few months. Ben, your favorite topic, AMD support.
Yes, we do ensure that we support AMD. One of the reasons why we haven't is because we've never performed QA on QA/QC on PCs that had AMD processors, only Intel. But we have spent, I want to say, maybe the last year on including AMD in our testing. We haven't seen any issues. The one issue I think we're going to be, or the one item that we're going to be removing is the warning message that you get the very first time you import TBC if you have an AMD processor. So yes, we do support it, and hopefully that makes a lot of people happy.
long in becoming. On exporting a DGN, we haven't had a lot of time to test, but what are the coordinate system unit options? Do we have any on that? We'll have to check on that, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to check.
Okay. James, we'll just check on that and see what the options are. I can't remember now on the exporting side. We'll check in with Bryce on that and get you some feedback there. Nick asking again, support virtual machines now. That would be very helpful with the use of Trimble Connect and help bottlenecks to upload and download speeds. Do we officially support virtual machines now, Ben?
I don't want to answer that right now. We do and we don't. I don't know. I can't go into specifics about that. But I understand your question about using Trimble Connect on a virtual machine. It would definitely speed up.
Work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress. And I'll try to get back to you on that, Nick.
Okay. Alex asking, will 3D mesh objects, OBJs, created in TBC or other software be viewable in Trimble Connect soon. Great for sharing models and internally, externally. And then second question, are there plans to allow for the creation of animations and fly-throughs in 3D and TBC Connect? Thanks. Objects and stuff, I think we'll have to check in on the Connect team's roadmap if that's going to happen. Do you have any answer there, Ben, Tom? See, Tom goes yes, or should we ask the Connect team yes?
Yeah, I think the goal will go that before we start now to work on a solution in TBC, we will probably push more the efforts, and this is more like a general answer. It's not that I'm in command here or that I have to push the buttons, but it makes sense that your data that we want to be shareable and easier accessed is then viewable in the Trimble Connect world. So therefore, there's efforts, as I know already, to consider this possibility. The engine in TBC can already generate 3D objects. In this case, an OBJ file. The engine in TBC itself also would have capabilities that we develop something on it, but it would take a larger effort. But it would then be bound to the TBC world. And as we want field systems to be better connected, in this case here, the effort will mainly go more towards the experience in the cloud in the Trimble Connect world.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the fly-through stuff will also, as Tom mentioned, go more into the Connect environment where you'll be able to look at that. But that is stuff that we don't have any control over at the moment. So hopefully that will be coming soon in that environment. But we don't have any timelines or anything to mention about when that is going to happen. But there is a lot of effort being put into the Connect environment to update a lot of these workflows. Do we need Windows 11 for the latest version of TBC, Ben? Are we supporting Windows 10 still or just 11 now?
Thought we were supporting 10, but I don't know if that's changed. Sorry, I can't answer that, Jeff.
Well,
I'll shoot you an email after this. But I thought we were supporting 10 as well. I know that there are some changes in place with Microsoft. So
we'll get back to Jeff then on that one. Thanks. There seems to be a lot of friction with checking out cloud licenses for TBC. It seems like we need to relog in, verify regularly any change in licensing work right now. So Nick, there is work being done in the back end of licensing and stuff. There is some changes hopefully coming in the future, but at the moment, that process is like it is. Ben, any other things you want to add on to the assigning, unassigning licenses?
No, I can't answer that right now.
Yeah, that is in the works, but nothing we can give you any feedback on right now at the moment.
Right.
Why does
can add, actually, yep. sorry, Albert. I do want to add that I shouldn't let everybody know that we have a patch coming out, hopefully Monday. With that patch, it will enable a user to check out their subscription license for the length of their subscription. So if their subscription lasts another 6 months, 8 months, you will be able to check out to the renewal date. I think the last was 30 days, but yeah. This is going to enable a user to check out for the life of that subscription.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll be able to check out the life of the license to one specific PC.
Right.
Or TID, I imagine. Okay. Thanks, Ben. Why does the exporter reset the file location every time you pick different type? Exporter, which file location every time? Why does the exporter reset the file location every time? The file location where you export files is usually set in your project management side where you actually tell it where all your files have to go. So Sheldon, if you want to have a different file folder where you want to export your files, you'll have to set it up in the options, I think on the program data, or yeah, I think in there, you can actually see what file structures is being used by TBC to export data and save the data and stuff. So it will always default to your TBC project folder, wherever that was set up. If you want to export it to something different on a regular basis, then you'll have to go change it in your project settings, if my memory serves me right, to be able to do that. Nick again, can we get better subscription license management? As we mentioned, yes, backend stuff is being worked on by Trimble itself. It's not something we as TBC only need to work or can do any work on. This is something that is a Trimble-wide thing that they're working on. So hopefully in the near future, we will see some changes in how licenses are managed for the whole Trimble ecosystem, not just in TBC. So Nick, I can't give you any specifics at the moment, but just let you know there is work being done on that by Trimble itself. When using Trimble maps, specifically satellite background on TBC, is there a way to set a border? For example, 300 acres for the maps or anything like that. Do we have a specific set that we can define the background map to a specific area, Ben, or is it just whatever you view in the plan view, that's the size of the background map?
Correct. Whatever you set, whatever you are viewing is what you get.
Yeah. Okay. Answered that one. Maybe we can have a look and see if we can maybe cut that background map as an image, and then you can just switch it off and just import that image that you cut from the background map. Maybe something we can look at that as an enhancement. Maybe. Thanks, Ian. Gone through every stuff. Also, just to confirm on the new Trimble Connect workflow from Chris, they are required to have subscription-based TBC license, correct? Yes, Chris. As Ben mentioned, yes, we have made it subscription only for the connected workflow. That is to ensure that we know which TID you're using, as well as which Trimble Connect project to sync the data to. So that is why we need that to be a subscription for the connected workflow.
And I should mention, thank you, Albert. That is just for sharing your models. So sharing your TBC projects. You can still use a connected workspace for your field data. You can still send your settings, your project settings to connect and access. Okay. So you still have that functionality. It's just sharing your TBC projects.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Ben. Let's see. Eric is asking requests for surface groups similar to layer groups. I think, Ben, we've heard this one quite a bit. To actually have a group of surfaces, we can stick them in a specific group and like you do with layer groups. So Eric, it's something that is on the roadmap and we do take note of that. Hopefully we can do something in the near future for that. Bob asking, would it be possible to have Feature Definition Manager have an option to export AutoCAD Civil 3D description keys in the future? Any comments on that? We'll have to look into.
CAD survey group in Germany is looking to make some enhancements. I don't know if this is one of them. Okay. I would not be surprised, but I can't answer that.
We'll send that through to them, Bob, and see if that's on their roadmap or if they can put it on their roadmap for the future. So thanks for that. We'll take note of that and send it on to the team. Cameron asking, is there time to briefly discuss the coordinate system options and regarding to reading in GIS data, despite having a coordinate match? Okay, I know, Cameron. So yes, we know about this. So when you import data from Esri database, they just have a different way of describing the coordinate system. It's exactly the same coordinate system that you find in TBC. It's just the description of the coordinate system is not the same the way that we describe it. So that's why you keep on getting that pop-up message that says, oh, this coordinate system is not the same as the one you're currently using in your TBC project. Although it actually is the exact same coordinate system, it's just the naming convention that every Esri uses is completely different to the way we do the naming convention of coordinate systems in TBC. So that's why you're finding that out. I know the team is looking into that to streamline that and to make sure that that is sorted in the future. But that is just a naming convention that is different between Esri and TBC, and that's why you're getting that. And hopefully in the future we will be able to fix that to not have that issue anymore when you import GIS data from Esri or any other GIS data. Scott, Ben, are you ready for this one? When is TCC going away?
Sure, that's a multi-step process, and first and foremost, it's because of the just web security issue. I mean, TCC is a ancient platform, and for any user that has not touched TCC and had an account for over a year, those have already been turned off. Several of the parts and pieces have been turned off. One by one, that has been whittled away from a security issue. Most people have migrated over to Works Manager instead of TCC. That is the platform where everything is going right there. So I would encourage you to do that. If there's a specific feature that is missing, that's not in Works Manager, that you still have in TCC, we would need to know what that is, and feel free to reach out to us on that subject. Is the short version right there. But Works Manager is the future, and TCC, purely for security reasons, is having to be decommissioned, and that is an ongoing process. And majority of the features have already been moved over to using Works Manager. If there's anything missing, please let us know.
And I just want to back up Scott's comment about security. Security is a huge issue, and it's a growing issue. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a complete drop off, sometime in the future. Because like I said, security is a major concern for TBC and a lot of our products.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Ryan, I'll read through your comments quickly. We'll reach out to you about that, ways of matching jobs with VRS and so forth. So that's a bigger conversation than we can quickly cover here. So we'll reach back out to you, Ryan, about your question. Wayne, can you repeat the YouTube link? I will get in the resources. I'll quickly show you how you can easily find the links for all the YouTube channels and the Facebooks and the web pages and the tutorials and everything there. So I'll show you where to find that in a bit there, Dwayne. Thomas, regarding subscription, please note that service license are net directly in. They should continue. Yeah, we're not talking about network licenses. Thomas, you're right in pointing that out. Network licenses is a little bit different to subscription licenses. So it works a little bit different, and thanks for that comment there. ARM architecture in the future. Is TBC going to support ARM architecture in the future? We'll reach back out to SQ there.
Sorry, I don't know what ARM architecture is.
Yeah.
Does anybody else on the call?
No, we'll check into that. Custom snap setting. Thanks, Chris. Can the software engineers have the custom snaps now saved as the default for each specific template? That would help, so you don't have to remember each time. So yes, your custom snaps that you generate should go into your options. I think when you save your options for TBC, that should save with that. So if you open up a new project and you load your options again, you should get all those snaps back in there. So I think that should work that way, Chris. I think it's under the or in the user profile. Can't remember, one of those two should save all those settings in there. Scott, where does the option setting save in again? Is that a separate one? Can't remember now.
Say that again, Albert.
Your options in TBC, when you save that out, that's a separate file. I think the snaps would go in there, or would it under the user profile? I think it's under the options that it will go. I can't remember. We'll have to test it.
Yep, I have to test it.
Yeah, but yeah, Chris, you should be able to link it to either your user profile or your options that you export and save that you have set up in TBC. Jordan, is there a way to fix process Autodesk generated files that either won't import at all or are missing line work due to block errors? Importing of Autodesk files and block errors. Any comments there, guys, on that stuff from Jordan?
I can't answer that. Scott, would you know? Yeah.
I do not know that on the blocks. Is that referring to the proprietary proxies? I mean, I'm not sure. That's just what comes to mind first right there.
Yeah. Okay. Jordan, we'll look into this a little bit and reach out to you to see if there's ways that we can assist you with that and see if there's something we need to fix in TBC or enhancements we need to make there with the importing of that. Eric, is IFCs going to be able to be seen in corridor creations anytime soon?
Not soon, but that is something that hopefully we'll be looking into for this next year. Our IFC support isn't the greatest, but we have teams that are hopefully going to be more focused on that come this next year. So if we do have additional IFC support, hopefully we'll have that by the end of next year.
Okay. Thanks. Nathan, I see you've got 2 surface questions. Then Nick said, thanks, Nick, for your comments there. Nathan asking about, can you stop the corridor templates from rebuilding when adjusting the instructions? It can take quite a bit of time to wait for the corridor to rebuild every time a change is made. Any comment on that, Scott? Or is it just if you change the template, it will rebuild it? Or can you set that off and do all the changes before you do a rebuild?
Yeah, I'm thinking in the corridor options, I'm trying to remember within the template, it's let me look right here. I thought there was an auto option one way or the other on that setting right there. I need to go back and look at that, but I thought there was the auto rebuild method that you could turn on and off, but I'm checking that now, and I'll try to add that back to the chat here, Albert.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Thanks, Nathan. We'll get back to you on that one. Sheldon's asking, why not use ESPG codes for coordinate systems? Yes, we do use those, but it's the actual physical description that differs between us and Esri, just the way that they, in their file exporters or in their files, how they describe the coordinates that TBC reads, that is different, and that's why you're getting it. So even though we're using the same ESPG codes, it's still the description of the coordinates and everything that's linked to it that's different between how we do it and how Esri does it. That's why we're getting that difference in there. So we are working on getting a fix for that. EPSG, sorry, EPSG codes, yeah. Great question.
I like Chris's comment there.
Eric asking, can we add geo-reference display options to advanced view filter manager so it can be dim, normal, etc. under certain view filters? I think we'll take that up, Ben. I don't know if you have any comment on that for now.
Scott, do you have any comments on that?
Display options advanced filters. Yep. We'll look into that.
I was answering the other one, the TCC question.
Yeah, you can do the TCC one so long. We'll skip the Eric one. Yeah, that one from TCC and back up.
It's all, let's say, TCC copying work orders from one data collect to the other. This is currently not available in Works Manager. I will check directly on that. I know that you can archive the data is one thing that can be done specifically in the Works Manager side. So I would need to know the difference on that, but archiving should exist right now within Works Manager. I'm not sure what the feature would be that we're missing right there.
Okay.
Copying one or the other. Okay, I see. Yep, copying one. Yeah, that would go back to Works Manager. I'll make a note and checking on that one because that should be on the roadmap.
Okay, we'll get back to you on that one, Glenn. Chris, quickly on your question, there is no different channel for TBC for geo or civil. It's all just one TBC at the moment. So if you go into the support tab and you go to the YouTube channel, you will find all the workflows relating to geo and civil. We are planning on doing a power hour next year, the first one in January. That will talk to the Trimble connected workflows that works with Connect and Works Manager and stuff. So note that down if you want to have a little bit more detail and the YouTube channel doesn't give you enough. We'll do a power hour on that end of January relating to all the connected workflows utilizing TBC, Works Manager, and Trimble Connect. For the guys interested in that, dot that down. Last Wednesday of January, we'll have that up and running. Jesse says 7-day cap is way too long, Ben. So there's a feedback on your stuff there. You can read that through. I think there was one, Scott, I wanted to give out to you on the chat where somebody said in corridor modeling, I noticed 3D line work is now generated as a template is created, which is great. If you could individually layer each node or have a template saved, that would be ideal. In other words, it would be great to layer TBC, everything as a corridor template is being generated instead of auto layering as corridor name. So I don't know if that's an enhancement or if there's a way to actually do it.
No, great enhancement request. The one option you can do is if you use the advanced select by name, you can grab those and relayer those nodes. That is I did have that a few weeks ago. So again, the advanced select, I think, is a way underutilized feature that you can go in there and put the descriptor name to select all of those points and then relayer. So that is a way to get there short of that extra enhancement feature. So good request.
Okay. Thanks there, Scott. I think we have reached 9 o'clock, so I'll just quickly jump through the resources. Guys, if you're looking for any details on any of the stuff we've discussed and you want to find a one-stop shop for everything, go to the Field Systems Help Portal. You'll see the link in there. This is where everything relating to TBC help can be found. So you'll see the getting started, installation and licensing. When you have any questions or comments about or questions about that, that's where you can go. All the downloads for all the utilities for TBC itself, everything is in there, as well as the release notes. You'll find the YouTube link in here as well. The eLearn link is in there as well. Just on the e-learning environment, this is where you have your virtual machine environment. So if you don't have a TBC license or you don't want to utilize a TBC production machine or license for somebody to learn something new, you can always use this virtual machine environment that you will find in learn.trimble, and somebody can learn how to use TBC in that environment. It's a full license with a sample data set and instructions on how to do 69 different workflows in TBC. So if you're interested in that and learning more, definitely utilize that. And then, as I mentioned, if you're looking for anything related to TBC link-wise, under your support tab, you will see there is the Power Hour that will take you to all the Power Hours we previously had. The e-learning stuff is in there. And then over there is you'll find the YouTube channel. So Chris, you asked for that. This is where you can find it. So if you're looking for anything relating to TBC links, the support tab is the best way to go and find them. Simply click on that YouTube and it will take you directly to the Trimble Survey and Construction channel. And you can go and search for any of the videos we have up there relating to all the workflows. The connected one I've done. That is only for the connected workspace going into Connect. We will work on one that shows the Works Manager workflow as well, and that we'll do in the next Power Hour. So if you guys are interested in more of the connected workspace stuff, please join us for the next Power Hour, end of January. And with that, I've quickly run through everything. Guys, if we didn't get to the Q&A with all your questions, we do have all that. If you did put some of your questions in the chat, quickly post it into the Q&A, because there we have your email address and we can reach back out to you. Team, thank you so much, Tom, Ben, Scott, Christina, for your time. We appreciate it. Myself and Ben's email address is on here, so if you need to reach out to us with anything, please do. And just make sure you put your question in the Q&A section of the Zoom, so we can actually have that, and we'll reach back out to you if we didn't get to that. Any last comments from anyone in the team?
Sorry to jump in real quick. I should answer Jeff's question. I kind of confirmed that
Sure.
we do support 10. Well, we do and we don't support Windows 10. You can still install TBC on Windows 10, but Windows 10 doesn't support it. It is an updating, and there's some security issues, some cybersecurity issues. So we don't recommend it, but you can install the latest version of TBC on that. On that version. There were some issues with some updates that were on Windows 11 earlier this year. Those should all be fixed. So Windows 10, Windows 11, we highly encourage Windows 11 though.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, team. Appreciate it. Everyone that's joined us on this call, thank you so much. Thanks for all the questions, comments. feedback requests. We will definitely take note of them, and we'll get back to the guys we couldn't get to in the Q&A, or follow up on the ones that we couldn't get you direct answers to. Team, thank you so much. Hope everybody has a great Christmas period, and enjoy your time off if you do have any time off. And then we'll catch you back in the next Power Hour in end of January. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, team. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks all.